live on ABC 22. You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
Here's three quick stories you're seeing on social this morning. California plans to ban sales of new gas cars by 2035. It's now the strictest electric car policy in the world.
And 3 decades after being wrongfully convicted of rape, 53-year-old Sullivan Walter is now a free man. A New Orleans judge just threw out his conviction.
A violent Super Bowl rematch, a fight breaking out at a joint practice between the Bengals and LA Rams. Tomorrow night, the two teams square off for the final game of the preseason.
And now a live look this morning from our first warning weather vehicle. We are waking up to some rain, but also some rumbles of thunder out there.
Meteorologist Adriana Michaels joins us now. And Adriana, how long is it going to stick around?
It looks like so far this morning we're seeing just like a very isolated pocket of rain, if any rain at all for that matter. So as you can see here, a few of those pop-up storms have developed. We were all getting ready this morning and all of a sudden big rumble of thunder that shook the studio almost. And that is the storm system that you can see moving into parts of Greene County at this hour too. So most of us this morning will start off nice and quiet, but no major concerns when it comes to any other issues with severe weather threats or whatever it might be. So obviously right now that strongest part of that storm system is moving through parts of southwestern Greene County at this point. It did drop some pretty heavy rainfall, pretty loud rumbles of thunder at that too, but for the most part we're right now sitting fairly quiet. We have a little bit of a breeze, dew points in the lower 60s, and we are staying warm and humid this morning, while most of us will eventually end up warming back up as we head throughout the afternoon today. So coming up in a few minutes, of course, I'll have a much more detailed look at when we finally see the end of some of these rain showers and what the weekend will look like for you. Right now, a live look at those area roadways as we just saw from Tomas. A little bit of rain out there right now, heading again towards the Greene County area. Otherwise, the rest of us are maybe just seeing some leftover precipitation on the highways, and we'll keep an eye on how that could maybe slick things up a little.
And today's top story, the Ohio Department of Health right now launching a new way to track the monkeypox cases in the state.
Alex King joins us live in studio now with a look at the new public dashboard and what it means for you. Alex.
Well, taking a look at the monkeypox dashboard here, you can see if we scroll down that there are actually 147 total cases. Let me scroll this down all the way. All right, 147 total cases, and here in Montgomery County, we're actually seeing 3 cases, if you can see it here. Also, if you click on Montgomery County, it'll pull up and show that we have 3 cases as well. So we're going to take a look at some frequently asked questions. So let me scroll back up and click there. All right, awesome. Okay, the first question here, what is monkeypox? Monkeypox is a rare disease caused by infection with a virus. We've known monkeypox can cause disease in people since 1970. Before 2022, monkeypox was mostly seen in parts of Central and West Africa, but during 2022, monkeypox was reported in places where it is not usually found. Now here, is there a treatment for monkeypox? Now, vaccines and drugs used to help prevent and treat similar viruses can also work for monkeypox. Most people get better without medication. Another common question, one that I personally find fascinating because I am a dog mom myself. Can my pets get monkeypox? So monkeypox is zoonotic, meaning it can spread between animals and people. Although the CDC does not believe that monkeypox poses a high risk to pets, it may be possible for people who are infected to spread monkeypox to animals through close contact, including petting, sharing sleeping areas, and sharing food. Now, we'll continue to follow this and we'll update you on cases or any information released about this disease on air and online at Dayton247now.com.
This morning, we're waiting to learn when the funeral will be for the president and CEO of Marion's Piazza, Roger Glass. Now, Glass was a well-known businessman and philanthropist throughout the Dayton area. He passed away at 79 years old earlier this week. Lieutenant Governor John Husted remembering Glass's legacy.
It's part of Dayton's history. Anybody who's a Daytonian has a memory from Marion's Pizza, and my condolences to the family.
Now, Glass was the lead donor as well for the Roger Glass Center for the Arts building at the University of Dayton, dedicated to musical concerts, dance, and theater performances. Roger Glass Stadium downtown at Champaign and Logan is also named after Glass, who is an alum. Now, we're told the funeral arrangements will be made at a later date.
Clark Shawnee School is honoring fallen Deputy Matthew Yates. It's been 1 month since he died in the line of duty. Mimi Ba was at the tribute to Yates during Dayton 24/7 Now's Thursday Night Lights matchup.
Not everyone who came to this game took a moment of silence. Now, Shawnee secured a victory, but before they did that, not only was it that moment of silence, but something unique. Their helmets now have a blue flag and the number 60 on it to honor Deputy Matt Yates. A blue flag and the number 60 on every Shawnee helmet. It's Deputy Matthew Yates' unit number.
Very emotional, really listened, several tears in the eyes, I think, of some of the kids, because I think they learned a lot.
It's been trying, but we've grouped together, rallied around each other, and we do everything we do for Matt.
Now, the athletic director tells me that the school resource officer told the students about these stickers, and they were more than happy to put it on their helmets. Back to you.
Right now, 2 people await extradition back to Ohio after being arrested in Florida. Darke County officials confirming the 2 of them are wanted in connection with a homicide investigation in Brown Township and are right now behind bars. We're told Dean Baker and Ashley Fletcher were arrested at a truck stop. Investigators say the 2 were named persons of interest after the body of Corey Fleming was found in a shallow grave at a commercial farm. Fleming had been missing since August 7th.
The White House just announcing that the president will be at the groundbreaking of a new semiconductor facility in Ohio. Intel is breaking ground September 9th near Columbus. The $20 billion factories will employ around 3,000 people with high-paying jobs. The average salary is $135,000 a year. The facility is slated to open in 2025. This is the largest ever private economic development project for Ohio. President Biden will speak about rebuilding American manufacturing.
And with just 73 days to go until the midterms, President Biden hit the campaign trail to help bolster Democratic candidates. This is a live look at the White House at this hour.
You need to do one thing: vote, vote.
Now, the stop was a Democratic National Committee rally in Rockville, Maryland. Right now, Biden says the right to choose, the right to vote, and democracy itself is on the line. Biden touted recent wins in Congress, including the CHIPS Act and the Inflation Reduction Act.
The White House is putting members of Congress on blast for criticizing his student loan plan.
For our government just to say, okay, well, your debt is completely forgiven. Obviously, they have an agenda for that. They need votes in November.
In post after post on Twitter, the White House laid out the PPP loans these lawmakers have forgiven during the pandemic. Marjorie Taylor Greene with $180,000 forgiven. Congressman Vern Buchanan, more than $2.3 million. Congressman Kevin Hern had more than $1 million in PPP loans forgiven. The White House based its move on a 2003 law that gives power to the Education Secretary to waive or modify financial assistance programs under national emergencies.
Our time right now, 5:08. Don't forget your headlines are scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Tens of millions of Americans will soon see some of their student loans wiped out. I'm Autrell Deshar in Washington with a look at whether this move from the White House addresses the larger issue of college affordability.
And NASA and Boeing pressing pause on a Starliner astronaut mission, why they pushed back the flight and when they hope to get off the ground.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
We're waking up right now to a little bit of light rain moving its way through the Miami Valley. We've seen a pretty decent amount of thunder as well. A loud boom of thunder here at the station a few hours ago, or about an hour ago at this point. Now it is still moving its way just south of Xenia, and we're seeing our newest round of maybe a few isolated showers moving back into Montgomery County here too. The good news is with this, it's very few and far between, but it still will be an impact for a few of us through the early part of that commute. Right now, a live look at the skyline. We're in the lower 70s. It's warm, it's humid. There's a little bit of a breeze out there to start off our day today as well. So no matter where you're at this morning, it's likely one of those days that maybe you wear that light raincoat because you're going to need that maybe for the rain, but also nothing super heavy because it's definitely warm and humid. And by this afternoon, the system that's popping off a few of these showers and storms is actually a very weak cold front. So that brings temperatures back into the lower 80s by the end of the day today. But once we move into this weekend, the heat returns. Tomorrow we're back near normal, but by Sunday, temperatures are back in the upper 70s or upper 80s is what I meant to say there. Near 90-degree heat Sunday and Monday. By Monday night through Tuesday into Wednesday, we are going to end up seeing some storms return, and then we end up through next week seeing another round of cooler air and drier conditions also back in your forecast. Right now, a live look at 75 and 725. This is exactly where that rain moved through, and you can see kind of the shininess on the highway there after those showers did move their way out. Again, they are moving through Greene County right now, so we're still seeing rain, and more rain chances are redeveloping too. So just know, no matter where you're at so far, it looks like it's moving up to speed on the highways, but you might intercept some of that heavier rain at times.
Following President Biden's announcement to forgive some student loans and restructure how remaining loans have been paid back, many wonder whether it'll actually impact the cost of higher education in the future.
Dayton 24/7 Now's national correspondent Audra Elnashar shows us how policymakers are trying to answer that question.
Up to 43 million Americans eligible for a one-time cancellation of some student debt.
Will I keep fighting for more? Of course I will.
Senator Elizabeth Warren has long called on Congress to make it harder for colleges and universities to jack up tuition.
So that they have to reveal data about how much students are actually paying and how long it takes students to graduate and how many are graduating and what happens to them after graduation.
Former Clinton Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, who opposes the forgiveness, says it, quote, consumes resources that could be better used helping those who did not, for whatever reason, have the chance to attend college. It will also tend to be inflationary by raising tuitions. Cato Institute's Neil McCluskey also thinks schools will raise tuition.
Because they can. The expectation will be going forward, sure, students will take out debt, but they'll never really have to repay it. So schools will say, look, we have things we need money for, and maybe new buildings.
The White House points out the cost of college is skyrocketing anyway, and federal aid isn't keeping up.
Average tuition and fees at a public four-year school has more than doubled over the past 30 years, even after adjusting for inflation, according to the College Board. Private schools also doubling in that same period. The White House also announcing the Department of Education will publish a watch list of programs with the worst debt levels in the country.
An entire generation is now saddled with unsustainable debt in exchange for an attempt, at least, at a college degree.
More tuition hikes may be difficult to justify as fewer Americans are going to college. Since spring of 2020, enrollment has dropped 7.4%, according to the National Student Clearinghouse Research Center. The president hoping forgiveness and a new structure of repayment makes higher education more accessible, not less. In Washington, I'm Audra Elnashar reporting.
Our time right now, 8/5/16, a Star Trek icon headed to infinity, a final voyage to spend eternity in space. Who's on board and how fans can pay tribute?
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
This morning we are waking up to a little bit of light rain across parts of the Miami Valley. Now, not everyone is seeing that, but if you're looking forward to an early morning walk with the pup, this is Bella and Maggie, sent in to us from Ty, and I should say Heather, that I accidentally put that after, but whatever, regardless. This is Bella and Maggie. They're so cute there. I love that we have the little teeny tiny dog and the really, really cute big dog too. By the end of the day today, we're back in the mid 80s, and it will actually feel a lot cooler this morning and this afternoon than it has been the last few days, as we're seeing a few isolated showers moving their way through right now, and that lasts even through this afternoon as well. Mid to upper 80s once we hit the weekend. We're seeing near 90-degree heat Sunday into Monday, and then Monday through Tuesday into Wednesday, storm chances return, and we're going to end up with a pretty decent amount of rainfall those days as well. As of right now, no major changes in that pollen count have taken place, but the air quality today so far this morning sitting at the good level, but is expected to drop to moderate by the end of the day. So something to just be aware of. Another live look here at 75 and 725, where we saw some of that rain and a few of those storms just move through about an hour ago this morning. Dumped some pretty heavy rainfall at that too. So just something to be aware of as you're headed out the door today, as it's not completely dry and we could see more rounds of rain develop this morning.
Coming up this weekend on Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson, elderly widows have been getting cheated out of millions of dollars they're owed by Social Security. That's according to whistleblower John McAdams. He exposed cases where the Social Security Administration has been improperly processing claims.
And she was like, just do your job. You know, that's outside the scope of everything, just do your job. When I got off training, saw another case, took it to my technical expert, and he said, yeah, that's wrong. Let's fix it. Let's change it. We moved her retirement benefits up to age 70. She's been getting hundreds of dollars more per month ever since. I started to see more. Eventually they said, no, stop. Don't change anything else. Just leave them the way they are. Do your job.
Now this week on Full Measure, Cheryl Atkinson delves into the allegations and what they mean for the thousands of widows who allegedly have been defrauded. You can catch that story and more coming up this Sunday morning on Full Measure right here on ABC 22 at 7:30 and then over on our sister station at 10.
Do you believe the legitimate winner was declared in the past two presidential elections? If you said no, a majority of Americans agree with you. According to the number of the day, just 29% of voters say the proper winner was declared in both 2016 and 2020 presidential elections. A majority of Democrats believe Hillary Clinton was the actual winner of the 2016 election, which former President Donald Trump won. Meanwhile, a majority of Republicans say Trump actually defeated President Joe Biden in 2020.
Amazon is closing its telehealth service known as Amazon Care. It also involves some in-home healthcare visits. Now, Amazon Care launched in 2019 as a pilot program for employees around the company's Seattle headquarters. The e-commerce giant decided to make this move after determining it wasn't the right long-term solution for customers. Well, so-called magic mushrooms are shown to help alcohol addicts. The research published in the JAMA Psychiatry and conducted by scientists at New York University found that those given psilocybin-assisted therapy reduced heavy drinking by 83%, compared with a 51% reduction among those who received a placebo. And Peloton rallied after agreeing to offer bikes and accessories on Amazon as part of its turnaround plan. This is breaking with a long-time practice of selling products through its own channels. The move to open a U.S. storefront on Amazon's marketplace will help Peloton expand its distribution and make its products more readily available. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King. Here's your health.
Well, NASA and Boeing have pushed back the first crewed flight of its long-delayed Starliner astronaut mission to 2023. Now, launch officials say that the mission could now take off as early as February. Starliner had been slated to get astronauts off the ground by the end of 2022. Starliner is intended to serve the same purpose as SpaceX's Crew Dragon capsule.
Nichelle Nichols spent part of her life pretending she was in outer space, and now the late actress will spend eternity there. Celestis Memorial Space Flights announced it's launching Nichols' remains into deep space. Now, the company which offers Memorial Flights says her ashes would be on board the Enterprise flight later this year. She's going to be in good company with the remains of fellow Star Trek icons Gene Roddenberry, Majel Barrett, Roddenberry, and James Scotty Doohan. That's kind of cool. Would you guys want your remains blasted into space?
I mean, kind of. That's kind of neat.
Actually is really cool.
You'd be up there with
special
stardust and all
tribute to
sorts
be
of
able to
stuff.
say, I like that.
Yeah,
especially
really cool.
for the Star Trek actors. You know,
Yeah.
they hold a special spot in a lot of people's hearts, and they were kind of those first adventurers of
I was
space
gonna say, like,
on
that
TV
first
that people
kind
saw.
of like depiction of what
Yeah.
space life would look like. So yeah,
That's
fun.
crazy. I
That's
love
really
it.
cool.
Good stuff. Our time right now is 5:24.
This morning, while monkeypox cases are spreading slowly, we're still seeing a rise. Coming up next, I'm going to explain how it's being spread and what local health experts are saying about it.
And a new study providing insight into the damaging effects of long COVID. Just ahead, Dayton 24/7 Now's Ryan Smith breaks down the continued impact it has to the workforce.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
In today's Tech Bites, Instagram is limiting sensitive content for new users under the age of 16. Those accounts will have the most restrictive setting by default, aimed at shielding teens from inappropriate content like sex and violence. Instagram will recommend that existing teen users also make the switch. Twitter is testing a new version of its Spaces tab that will offer podcasts. The tab will include titles from Vox, NPR, and other sources. The podcast will be broken down by category and be featured alongside similar spaces. And something new from Instacart that might inspire your picks at the grocery store. The new feature will use influencers to make your shopping list. It's called Carts and will display items on celebrity shopping lists. Rapper Lizzo will be one of the first appearing in an ad showing her using the app while sitting in her bathtub. Wonder if those influencers will get paid per DM. Per DM. Those are your Tech Bites.
If you haven't tried Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray, what are you waiting for? It's Dawn's fastest and easiest way to clean everyday dishes. On simple messes, just spray, wipe, and rinse. On tough messes, its spray-activated suds have 5 times faster grease cleaning power to break down grease without water. Plus, its targeted spray cleans even hard-to-reach places better. So, replace your dish soap with Dawn Power Wash and spray your dishes clean.
Ugh, stipated. Feeling weighed down by a backed-up gut. Miralax is different. It works naturally with the water in your body to unblock your gut. Free your gut and your mood will follow.
This feeling of certainty comes from inspiring your customers and expressing heartfelt thank yous with promotional products people love from the experts at 4imprint. Enjoy that feeling of certainty at 4imprint. 4imprint.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now.
Here's 3 quick stories you're seeing on social right now. Another U.S. lawmaker meeting with Taiwan's president The second visit by a member of Congress since House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's trip earlier this month sharply raised tensions with China.
And Panasonic is in talks with Tesla this morning for an EV plant in the U.S. The plant is expected to cost $4 billion to build.
Right now, at least 12 people were hurt this morning after a roller coaster malfunction at Six Flags theme park. It happened in New Jersey.
And now to our top story this morning. Ohio now launching a new way to track monkeypox cases throughout the state.
Alex Ching joins us live in studio with the new tool just released by the Ohio Department of Health. Alex.
Well, a frequently asked question is, how is monkeypox transmitted? Well, according to the Ohio Department of Health, monkeypox does not spread easily between people, but it can spread from person to person through close contact. Now, avoid direct contact with the rash, sores, scabs, or bodily fluids from a person with monkeypox. Avoid prolonged close face-to-face contact with someone who has monkeypox. Do not touch personal items used by a person with monkeypox, for example, clothing, bedding, or towels. And monkeypox can spread during sex as well, as kissing and close contact is more commonly spread through men having sex with men. And the monkeypox virus is not as easily spread or deadly as COVID-19. There is a vaccine, but a limited supply.
Presently, vaccinations are being used for the close contacts of individuals who have monkeypox. So there's not a broad-scale vaccination program at this time.
There are currently 3 cases here in Montgomery County. We'll update you on cases or any information released about this disease on air and online at Dayton247now.com.
Right now we're waking up to a little bit of light rain moving its way through the Miami Valley. It's not super widespread, but newer showers are developing behind what was a few heavier rain pockets earlier on. Right now moving into the Moraine, Miamisburg, West Carrollton area, we are going to see another round of that rain chance. So just know that these are the kind of pockets that we'll kind of see on and off throughout the early part of the day today. A live look at the skyline right now, though, we had some pretty decent thunderstorms already roll through. Heavier rain, loud thunder with it too. But temperatures are warmer and more humid right now with those lower 70s around. Dew points are in the lower 60s too. We have a little bit of a light breeze at this point. Some of us are in the mid to upper 60s too, but no matter where you're at, you're going to feel a noticeably warmer start to the day, so something to just be aware of. And right now you're getting a live look at our ODOT cameras. We'll actually focus in on this one here. Right now, the northbound lanes on I-75, we are seeing at least 2 of them closed. So cars are only able to travel through the far right-hand lane. So something to just be aware of. This is a newly developing crash that again has the 2 leftbound lanes northbound at Carillon Boulevard, that Edwin C area. Closed right now. We're still getting people through, but we could potentially see this continue to be an issue as this is a very active construction zone this time of the morning.
Right now, at least 2 people are dead and multiple others hurt after a reported mass shooting at a Kentucky homeless shelter for men. This happened in Henderson City. Here's a post from the Henderson Police Department. Now, they identified the suspect as Kenneth R. Gibbs. Shortly before 10 p.m., Henderson police say that on social media, Gibbs had been found and taken into custody. Don't forget, Dayton 24/7 Now. We're committed to bringing you the very latest, so be sure to follow us on Twitter for breaking and continuing coverage.
Troy police releasing video to Facebook as right now they search for a shooter. Police say a witness recorded video of the shooting and officers posted this 10-second clip to social media. They say they were called to Troy Community Park on a shots fired call. Minutes later, they learned of a man who was dropped off at Kettering Health at Troy Hospital after being shot in the chest. He was later taken to Kettering Medical Center. He is at this moment expected to survive the shooting. Now, police say these cars were seen at the area at the time of the shooting. A black Dodge Charger with LED headlights, a gray Chrysler 200, a black Chrysler 300 with black rims, and a silver Toyota Tacoma. Police want you to give them a call at that number on your screen, and if you have any information related to the shooting.
We're learning this morning a man accused of trying to stab an officer was also attempting to kidnap a child. Now that's video you're looking at of the attempt to stab the officer with a pen. You can see Reed Duran slowly pick up a pen before lunging at the officer during an interview. That officer then takes Duran to the ground. Duran now faces attempted kidnapping charges. Investigators say he posed as a parent during an open house at St. Bridget's School, and police say he admitted to being there to kidnap a child. Well, a new study giving us insight into the damaging effects of long COVID. It's a combination of symptoms that emerge months or even years after recovering from the virus.
Dayton 24/7 Now's National Desk Ryan Smith here to break down the continued impact on the workforce.
Since the early days of the pandemic through today, labor shortages and missing workers have hurt businesses of all sizes, industries of all types. Estimates show us around 16 million working age Americans likely have long COVID today. Now, to put that into perspective, a brand new study finding long COVID is preventing millions of Americans from working. This research coming to us from the Brookings Institution saying between 2 million and 4 million people are out of work right now because of long COVID. And get this, if we look at just the midpoint of that range, 3 million workers full-time out of work, that represents 1.8% of the entire U.S. civilian labor force. Now, this study also looking at the cost of those lost wages, too, adding up to more than $170 billion a year. This is nearly 1% of the total U.S. gross domestic product. People suffering from it face a range of symptoms that can make it challenging to work, including brain fog, anxiety, depression, and fatigue. Some are now using this research to call for expanded paid sick leave and wider access to disability insurance.
A magistrate judge has ordered the affidavit used to obtain a warrant to search Mar-a-Lago to be released publicly today, but it won't be complete. Judge Bruce Reinhardt sided with the Justice Department redacting some information, such as anything that could reveal identities of witnesses or disclose important details of the investigation. The document lays out why federal investigators say there was probable cause that former President Trump is involved in criminal activity. It's unclear how much information from the search warrant affidavit will be released.
Our time right now, 5:36. Don't forget your headlines are scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
National Dog Day is today, and we're going to recognize our special furry friend. Just ahead, Dayton 24/7 Now's Adam Arrow. Well, he's going to be doing a highlight on a hometown hero, not necessarily a dog, though. I think we had two stories in one there.
The dog
is a hero. Oh, so sorry. The producer, Alex, just corrected me. Shows what I know.
The digital divide, the city of Dayton addressing
So
an internet
sorry.
issue, how leaders plan to connect West Dayton, and how much they'll spend on the project.
My bad. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
This morning we're waking up to a pretty easy start to the day weather-wise. A few isolated showers are around right now, but they're not super heavy or widespread. We do have those mid to lower 70s right now and upper 60s though, so it's warm and it's pretty humid too. Once we hit this afternoon, most of us are in the mid 80s though, so we are warming up a little bit more, seeing some partly cloudy skies at times. Once we head into the end of the day today though, we're expecting some clearing to take place, so it really doesn't look like it's going to be a bad day by any means. I mean, we are seeing that sunset tonight at 8:18, but I do think although we'll start off a little more overcast, we're going to see some clearing by the end of the day, and then into the next few days to follow. We're still talking a pretty warm and humid weekend. Now by Monday into Tuesday and even lingering through Wednesday, temperatures do end up getting a little bit lower, but we also see some rain and thunderstorm chances too. That will start the week off before we ultimately dry out by the weekend, and actually shapes up to be a pretty nice Labor Day weekend for us here with no major issues.
When tragedy strikes, finding comfort can be difficult, but a local animal is doing its part to help.
Dayton 24/7 Now's Adam Arrow introduces us this morning to our hometown hero.
So a hometown hero can come in many forms. This is a prime example. Marsha Doncaster sent us this picture of Thor. So he's a rescue dog and a certified therapy dog. Now Marsha says Thor has visited different places helping others like the Dayton Veterans Hospital, elementary and high schools, nursing homes, and churches. They also participate in the annual Warrior Weekend to Remember. That's a weekend geared for Purple Heart recipients and Gold Star families from all branches of service from around the country. So from all of us here, thank you, Marsha, for nominating Thor here. We definitely think he is deserving of being a hometown hero.
He is certainly deserving of being a hometown hero. And if you have someone you think is a hometown hero, we want to hear about it. To nominate a hero, you can open up our Dayton 24/7 Now app, click on Explore, then chime in.
All we need is a picture or video of your hero and a description of why they're a hometown hero. The segments air Wednesday and Friday mornings right here on The Morning Show.
There are several apps that will help with your structure. First off is You Need a Budget, also known as YNAB. It follows the envelope system. You can manually import transactions or link your app with your accounts. You can do the free trial, but it will eventually cost you. Next up is Every Dollar with Ramsey Solutions. It also follows the envelope system. A free account lets you create as many budgets as you want, but you'll have to manually input transactions, or you can sign up for the premium account, which lets you do much more. Last but not least is Mint. This is the most popular app of the three. It's free and links to your accounts. It lets you see spending trends, and it also creates saving goals. But remember, the best budgeting app is the one you actually use.
All right, thanks, Alex. Our time right now is 5:42. A day for the dogs in just a few minutes. Elise is going to show you how you can spoil your special pup
Puppuccino and
today.
all.
Man, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
We'll look at some of our favorite canines as well here in the Miami Valley.
And let's give you a live look right now. This is that accident that Adriana was speaking about just moments ago. You can actually see crews on the scene are getting ready to, looks like, lift that tipped over semi that was on the highway, slowing things down this morning. Of course, she's going to have an update for you here in just a moment.
It's quite the sight. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
on ABC 22. You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
We want to take you back out to that live look right now. This is 75 northbound near the Carillon Boulevard area. You can see crews are getting ready to carefully pick up that semi and put it back on all of its wheels. It looks like it was tipped over in that area. Right now, it looks like all but one lane on northbound is blocked. Traffic moving very slowly in that area. And they do have one lane of the southbound traffic on 75 blocked as well as a precaution. Now, Adriana is going to give us a look, though, at the reroutes and how you can get around this if you have to head out this morning.
So far right now, if we are headed out the door today, it does look like, again, this is going to be a concern for a little bit of time now, just because we do have this active issue. This is a different angle, and as Elise was just mentioning, right now all of the left lanes are blocked northbound, but they also do have the left lane blocked heading southbound as well. That is just a precaution as they are working to get this cleared up. I've been checking on the cameras that are right behind this crash, and there is no backup there yet, but we're still talking about a 5 to 10 minute delay. If you want to sit in that, that's fine. Cars are still able to get through. It's still early on in the morning, but this will continue to likely be an issue through the next few hours of the morning as well. So we'll continue to watch this and bring you updates longer too, but I really don't think this is going to cause a major delay at this point. Again, that will change because as people wake up and head out the door, we're going to see that delay continue to grow. If you are headed to Cincinnati this morning, though, here's a look at our Triple Team traffic report.
Good morning. If you are commuting from Dayton down to Cincinnati on this Friday, I do have a ramp closure that should be open for you if you're heading out the door already this morning, but something that will start again Sunday night through Thursday next week, giving you a heads up that the ramp from Liberty Way to 75 northbound will be closed each night, Sunday through Thursday next week from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. They did this last night, but again, it is open at this point. And also there will be occasional closures of the ramp from southbound 75 on to Liberty Way next week for a couple days. I'll remind you about that next week. I'm Jen Dalton with Triple Team Traffic. Have a good weekend.
We're waking up right now to a little bit of light rain on top of all of that too. It's not super heavy, but we did get a few rumbles of thunder earlier on. Those are continuing to build in, and we'll kind of see them isolated to scatter through the rest of the morning as well. A little bit of rain in the Miamisburg, Moraine, West Carrollton area, it looks like, and just isolated rain south of Xenia and throughout the rest of the morning. Again, something to watch because a few more rounds of that light pop-up shower activity is still possible too. Now it's warm. We're in the lower 70s right now. We got dew points in the lower 60s. So you're probably feeling a little bit more of a noticeable kind of heaviness to the air today. It is definitely going to stay warmer through the afternoon, but just not as hot or humid as the last few days were for us. So we're in the lower 80s once the kids head to the bus stop, or at least home from the bus stop today. Once we do end up by the end of the day today, though, most of us will dry out, but an isolated shower or two through lunchtime cannot be ruled out. We do see mostly sunny skies to finish the day off, though, and then into Saturday and Sunday, we're warming up quite a bit more. We'll start Saturday off near normal, finish the day off exactly on track for normal, but by Sunday, it does get a lot warmer and a lot more humid, where we're in the upper 80s on Sunday into Monday. Storm chances Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday are expected, though, and that will be a cold front that ultimately does drop those temperatures quite a bit more, and we'll sit by the end of the week in the mid to upper 70s as well.
A live look this morning from our downtown Dayton Skycam. The city now working to address the lack of internet access. City leaders are now awarding more than $235,000 for the project. The money is coming from the American Rescue Plan funds. Now that project will focus on neighborhoods like West Dayton to bridge that digital divide.
Our time right now is 5:49. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive, a 6-year-old's quick thinking helping her narrowly escape an alleged kidnapping attempt in broad daylight.
It's forever etched in our minds, that scream.
The Ohio family's surveillance video capturing it all. You can see Kennedy just steps from her front door, taking out the trash. When the stranger appears, police say he tried to drag her, Kennedy letting out a piercing scream. The man quickly letting go, the whole encounter lasting less than 10 seconds.
I'm so proud of her.
And now Kennedy and her parents are sharing their harrowing story.
He wouldn't have let go of her if she wouldn't have pulled and screamed like she did.
Coming up at 7 a.m., more of our exclusive interview and what the girl's father did that helped police catch the suspect. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Ladies, 6 minutes, please.
This is my life. It's not always picture perfect. Plus, I'm dealing with bleeding from uterine fibroids. Enter MyFembry, a once-daily pill for women with heavy menstrual bleeding due to uterine fibroids.
With Myfembry, heavy bleeding went down by 84%. Serious risks include heart attack, stroke, and blood clots. Don't take Myfembry if you've had any of these or have uncontrolled high blood pressure, are over 35 and smoke, could be pregnant, or have or had osteoporosis, liver disease, undiagnosed vaginal bleeding, certain cancers, or an allergic reaction to it. Don't use longer than 2 years as bone loss may occur. Pregnancy loss can occur and changes in periods may make it hard to know if you're pregnant. If you think you are, stop taking it right away. Other risks are depression, suicidal thoughts or actions, abnormal liver tests, high blood pressure, and passing of the fibroid.
Less bleeding, same life? I'll take it.
Ask your doctor about Myfembry.
My life.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
It's definitely a little humid out here on the Watson's weather patio this morning, and the pavement's still wet from that earlier rain. This is a freeze frame of our satellite and radar at this hour, so we saw some pretty heavy shower activity, very vocal storms that moved through earlier on today. Right now, though, a little bit of light drizzle is still developing and still moving its way through. It is something that will kind of be on and off today. It's not a widespread issue this morning into this afternoon, but a few of us will see showers and a few of us won't. So just make sure you have that rain gear handy just in case. Mid to lower 60s right now in spots, but most of us are sitting in that lower 70-degree point. I can promise you it is not comfortable out here by any means because very warm, very humid air right now, very heavy conditions. By the end of the day, though, the storm system that's moving through right now, bringing some of these light rain showers through the early part of the day and into this afternoon, is actually a cold front and will drop temperatures just enough to feel a lot nicer by the end of our day as well. Mostly cloudy skies to start with sunshine to finish. Again, a few rain chances are more possible as we head into the later part of the afternoon. And that's more so towards our southeastern counties than anything else. So coming up in a few minutes, I'll break down a much more detailed look at when we heat up and when we see another significant chance for rain for everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Let's get ready to potty. It is National Dog Day and we are celebrating, of course. If you want to do something fun with your furry friend today, do so. Come on out to the Oak Grove Park, the dog park here at Oak Grove, I guess I should say, Park in Centerville. They're throwing a big old bash for your furry friend, and they're actually going to be celebrating National Dog Day tomorrow night from 5 to 7 here at the dog park. Now, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a great time, and all of it, you know, they're going to have a lot of things going on here, like puppuccinos and kind of, you know, vendors and things like that. But what's great is you can make donations, and they need dry and canned dog and cat food, and all of this benefits SIXA. There's a number of things that they do need, and it is listed on their website as well. But make sure you come on out here to Oak Grove Park in Centerville from 5 to 7 tomorrow night if you want to celebrate your furry little friend.
And we're celebrating your furry friends this morning. This is Christine Anderson. This is George and Nitro. Look how cute they are. They're enjoying life, she says. And Vicky Kovac sent in, this is their sweet Gus. That's how she describes him. He lives on Ernie and Vicky Kovac's farm. Look at that sweet little face. It is so stinking cute. Now, we want to see your dogs. Grab your phone, scan that QR code. It'll take you right to our Chime In page. You can upload your photos or videos directly to us, and you might even be able to see it right here on Dayton 24/7 Now News. And of course, we love sharing pets of our animals. I know, Adriana, you just shared recently a picture of Ruby.
I know, yesterday I was like, no one's seen her in a while, I gotta post her, but my aunt got her a little ring toy, like it looked like a diamond ring, and she's been carrying it around like it looks like she puts her nose through the little ring slot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so cute.
It is cute.
So is she going to be the ring bearer?
That's what everyone keeps asking, but I don't know who's going to like take care of her, because my family is obviously going to be a part of the day. So I was reading there's people that actually like you can hire to watch your dogs for you on your wedding day.
That's
like
what
a
I would
handler
do.
in a way. So
you don't got like a distant cousin who's not really going to be a part of it that can, like, you know, watch the dog.
I mean, I have been a dog wrangler for other weddings.
Wait,
Have you?
Alex just volunteered herself.
Oh, Alex,
so.
there you go. You got it.
Yeah, I'm watching Atlas the week that they're gone, so.
Oh, that's so sweet. We need more ring dogs in our life.
We do need more ring dogs. All right, we got a lot more coming up for you on ABC 22 in the morning, beginning at 6 a.m.
Right now we're getting a look at that crash out there on our highways. This is 75 northbound at the Edwin C construction zone. Obviously an issue with that. So we're going to continue to follow this breaking news through the rest of the morning and have a traffic update in just a minute. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
Live on ABC 22, you're watching Dayton 24/7 Now.
Here's three quick stories you're seeing on social this morning. California plans to ban the sales of new gas cars by 2035. It's now the strictest electric car policy in the world.
And 3 decades after being wrongfully convicted of rape, 53-year-old Sullivan Walter is now a free man. A New Orleans judge just threw out his conviction.
In a violent Super Bowl rematch, a fight breaking out at a joint practice between the Bengals and the Rams. Tomorrow night, the two teams square off for the final game of the preseason.
And now we are following that breaking news for you. You can see that crews are still on the scene. This is 75 northbound near Carillon Boulevard, just outside of downtown Dayton. They are working to get that semi straightened up after obviously it tipped over. Now we do know that one lane of the southbound traffic on 75 is also shut down as a precaution. Now we'll continue to follow this story for you and bring you any updates as soon as they become available.
Let's go to Adriana Michaels now for a look at our traffic and how long of a delay you could expect.
So as of right now, it actually looks like cars are able to get through pretty consistently. Now we're seeing obviously people hitting the brake lights here just a little bit further behind this incident. I would say about a 5 to 10 minute delay at this hour, which is good, but it only will get worse as more and more people head out the door this morning. So good idea to make sure that as you do head out the door, if you're traveling those northbound lanes on 75 downtown Dayton, a very popular, very heavily trafficked area in the busy parts of the morning, we're definitely going to want to keep an eye on this. Right now, about a 5 to 10 minute delay, though, is expected. And weather-wise this morning, most of us are waking up to a little bit of light rain across parts of the Miami Valley. There are a few of those isolated to light showers right now, but a few rumbles of thunder also are moving through. This is going to be pretty consistent through the early part of the day. So it is one of those mornings where most of us, at least, are sitting with a few of that light kind of misty rain more than anything. But we did see some thunderstorms earlier on today, and that's something that will continue throughout the rest of the morning potentially as well. It's overcast, it's warm, it's humid. Right now we're sitting with a little bit of a breeze, and it's only going to get more humid by the end of the day as well. So today is one of those days that maybe you grab the raincoat just in case, but you probably don't want to wear it this morning just because it definitely is a little bit of a warmer start to the morning for us.
Okay, now it's my turn. Today's top story, the Ohio Department of Health launching a new way to track the monkeypox cases in the state.
Alex King joins us live in studio with a look at the new public dashboard and what it means for you. Alex.
Well, taking a look at the monkeypox dashboard, we can see there are 147 total cases here in Ohio. And if you scroll up just a little bit, you can see the list of counties and you can see the map. If you click on Montgomery County here, you're going to see that. You're going to see that there. Okay, there we go. Montgomery County has 3 cases alone. And we're going to take a look at some frequently asked questions because there are a lot of them and we have been seeing them all. And let's give that a second to pop up. There we go. All right, so we're going to take a look at this. So what should I do if I suspect I have monkeypox or if I had close contact with someone who has it? Testing is the best way to determine if an infection is monkeypox. Contact your healthcare provider if you have a new rash or have had close contact with someone who may have monkeypox. While you wait to hear about your test results, avoid sex or close contact with others, cover skin rashes, and wear a face mask if you must be around other people. Can I spread monkeypox to people who live with me? If your doctor says you have monkeypox or you think you might have monkeypox, you should isolate and avoid close contact with others until the rash is gone. Protect the people who live with you by cleaning and disinfecting commonly touched surfaces and items, and do not share items that could be contaminated like bed linens, clothing, towels, plates, cups, forks, spoons, or knives. Let's take one more question. How can I protect myself against monkeypox? That's a great question. Avoid close skin-to-skin contact with people who have a rash. Avoid contact with items that a person with monkeypox has used or touched. You can find all of this information on the Ohio Department of Health dashboard. We'll continue to follow this. We'll update you on cases or any information released about this disease on air and online at Dayton247now.com.
And this morning, we are waiting to learn when the funeral will be for the president and CEO of Marion's Piazza, Roger Glass. Glass, of course, was a well-known businessman and philanthropist throughout the Dayton area, and he passed away at 79 years old just earlier this week. Lieutenant Governor John Husted remembering Glass's legacy.
It's part of Dayton's history. Anybody who's a Daytonian has a memory from Marion's Pizza, and my condolences to the family.
Now, Glass was the lead donor for the Roger Glass Center for the Arts building at the University of Dayton, dedicated to musical concerts, dance, and theater performances. Roger Glass Stadium downtown at Champaign is also named after Glass, who's an alum, and we're told funeral arrangements will be made at a later date.
Clark Shawnee School's honoring fallen Deputy Matthew Yates. It's been 1 month since he died in the line of duty. Our Mimi Ba was at the tribute to Yates during Dayton 24/7 Now's Thursday Night Lights matchup.
Now, everyone who came to this game took a moment of silence. Now, Shawnee secured a victory, but before they did that, not only was it that moment of silence, but something unique. Their helmets now have a blue flag and the number 60 on it to honor Deputy Matt Yates. A blue flag and the number 60 on every Shawnee helmet. It's Deputy Matthew Yates's unit number.
Very emotional, really listened, several tears in the eyes, I think, of some of the kids, because I think they learned a lot.
It's been trying, but we've grouped together, rallied around each other, and we do everything we do for Matt.
Now, the athletic director tells me that the school resource officer told the students about these stickers, and they were more than happy to put it on their helmets. Back to you.
Right now, 2 people await extradition back to Ohio after being arrested in Florida. Darke County officials confirming the 2 are wanted in connection with a homicide investigation in Brown Township, and they are behind bars. Now, we're told Dean Baker and Ashley Fletcher, you're looking at their mugshots, were arrested at a truck stop. Investigators say the 2 were named persons of interest after the body of Corey Fleming was found in a shallow grave at a commercial farm. Fleming had been missing since August 7th.
The White House just announcing the president will be at the groundbreaking of a new semiconductor facility in Ohio. Intel is breaking ground September 9th near Columbus. The $20 billion factories will employ around 3,000 people with high-paying jobs. The average salary is $135,000 a year. The facility is slated to open in 2025. It's the largest ever private economic development project for Ohio. President Biden will speak about rebuilding American manufacturing.
All right, it's Friday, and that means we're getting ready for the weekend. And what is coming to town but dinosaur adventures at the Dayton Convention Center? This is just a photo of some of the things that you guys can see when you are heading out there this weekend. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday. Lots of exciting things going on. And then also at Austin Landing, they've got the Taco and Nacho Fest, which is nacho, typical food, of course. There you go on that one. And then that is heading, I think that is tomorrow. I'm looking. Here we go. That is Saturday from 3 to 10 at Austin Landing. And then kicking off tonight, Clifton Gorge Music and Arts Festival is tonight and tomorrow. So they were going to have live music and, you know, they're going to have dancing, food, of course. So there's going to be lots of exciting things going on around the Miami Valley all weekend long. Some of these photos are absolutely incredible. That's a glass blower. I guess they're going to be doing that out there as well. So, all right, Nathan, I'll send it over to you.
Those dinosaurs look sweet.
I know, right?
Our time right now, 6:08. Don't forget and get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
A digital divide, the city of Dayton addressing an internet issue, how leaders plan to connect West Dayton, and how much they'll spend on the project.
A labor shortage crippling companies nationwide. I'm Ryan Smith in Washington with how some are now turning to technology to make up for that shortfall and keep business booming.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
Good morning, everybody. Your time right now is 6:12, and the way we're waking up right now is to a little bit of light rain in spots. It's not very widespread. It's more of a quick pop-up that a few of us have seen and others have stayed dry. So we're going to continue to track something like this throughout the rest of the morning. Doesn't look like it's going to be a widespread rain event for anybody, but some spotty showers are expected. I think some of us maybe probably woke up already to a few of those storms, but otherwise it looks like for the most part this is starting to make its way out, and we'll see another round possible through the early part of the afternoon. Mid to upper 60s right now. And we are expecting to stay very warm and humid through most of the day today too. But the good news is with the light rain we have around this morning, it's actually due to a weaker cold front, which ultimately means temperatures will stay a little lower throughout the next few days. Right now we're getting a live look out at our incident. This is 75 northbound at the Carillon construction zone near Edwin C. As you can see, there's a semi-truck that is actually being lowered back onto the ground, it looks like, hopefully pretty soon, and they'll get these crews cleared up here very quickly as well. This is that bypass lane where the lane split from 3 to 2 that travel straight on the highway. The other one that kind of goes between those cement blocks. As you can see, this semi-truck must have gotten stuck somewhere along that route. It does look like right now delays are about 5 to 10 minutes in the northbound lanes because we are still seeing crews working. Right now, both left lanes are blocked due to this incident, but the right lane is open and cars are still able to get through. I think about that 10-minute delay point is still doable for a lot of us, but we'll keep an eye on reroute potential earlier on this morning.
Our time right now is 6:14. Still to come, stretching your dollar. Alex King tries to help your wallet. A few apps that can build your bank account.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
A live look over downtown Dayton this morning. The city now working to address the lack of internet access. City leaders are now awarding more than $235,000 for the project. The money is coming from the American Rescue Plan funds. Now the project will focus on neighborhoods like West Dayton to bridge that digital divide.
Right now we're waking up to a pretty quiet start to the day for the most part. We've seen a few storms and they're really starting to look like they're firing off quite a bit more towards the Columbus area. Right now most of our rain is just south of Xenia and you can kind of see a little bit of heavy rain there, but for the rest of us it's sitting dry, warmer but humid as well. So no matter where you're traveling today, we are expecting to have a little bit of a warmer start to what will eventually be a really pleasant afternoon. Dew points are in the lower 60s right now. We have a little bit of a light breeze as well. Most of our air temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. It is sitting a few degrees warmer than yesterday, but once we hit this afternoon, those lower 80s are back, so it really won't be as warm as yesterday evening was, and we end up clearing out with that cloud cover quite a bit more as well. You can actually see maybe a pop-up rain shower still through lunchtime into the evening. Most of it stays to the southeastern counties though, and the rest of us will end up with the sun to finish the day off today. And then as we move into tomorrow morning, those upper 50s and lower 60s are expected. So looking ahead to the weekend, well, we're almost to the weekend. We have the mid 80s by the end of the day on Saturday, but once we hit Sunday, we're talking near 90-degree heat as our next weather maker builds in. As it does move in on Sunday, it will increase humidity levels and ultimately bring rain and thunderstorm chances with it Monday, Tuesday through Wednesday. And then beyond that point, we dry out. We see nice conditions by the end of next week too. A little bit of a cooler finish with those highs only in the upper 70s, which is very fitting because September starts this week, which is crazy, but it is meteorological fall on Thursday. So what that means for us is eventually we slowly see those cooler temperatures return. Right now we're getting a live look on 75 northbound at the Edwin C construction zone. You can see off on the left-hand side of your screen there, we're getting a better look as we zoom in. A semi-truck has been disabled here and those kind of bypass lanes or the bypass lane in that construction zone. It does look like they maybe hit one of the cement blocks there, but they have a crane on scene. This has been ongoing for about an hour now. If you are headed out the door, though, in northbound lanes on that Caroline Boulevard, oh, we maybe just got back on the ground there, so that's good. So hopefully this will clear up here as soon as we can get an update on that. Obviously, we'll let you know, too, but this has been an issue for about an hour, and we're still continuing to see those delays because of it, too. We're talking about a 10 to 15 minute delay at this point, so it is a good idea if you're traveling this northbound lanes, tack in some extra time or maybe just utilize the side streets to get around it. If you are headed to Cincinnati, though, here's a look at our triple team traffic report.
Good morning. If you are commuting from Dayton down to Cincinnati on this Friday, I do have a ramp closure that should be open for you if you're heading out the door already this morning, but something that will start again Sunday night through Thursday next week, giving you a heads up that the ramp from Liberty Way to 75 northbound will be closed each night Sunday through Thursday next week from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. They did this last night, but again, it is open at this point. And also there will be occasional closures of the ramp from southbound 75 on to Liberty Way next week for a couple days. I'll remind you about that next week. I'm Jen Dalton with Triple Team Traffic. Have a good weekend.
Topping this morning's Dayton Business Journal headlines, 12 area Walmart stores will be getting facelifts. The retail giant announcing $75 million in renovations for the stores. Updates include refreshed mother's rooms, remodeled bathrooms, new signage, flooring, and LED lighting. Customers can also expect to see more self-checkout lines. Walmart says these projects will also create more jobs in our area. To read more about this story and others like it, head to Dayton247now.com, click on the news tab, and select Dayton Business Journal.
A dramatic labor shortage continues to cripple businesses across the country. The food service and hospitality industries remain some of the hardest hit and desperate need of more workers. Dayton 24/7 Now's National Desk's Ryan Smith with some of the unique ways restaurants are now pivoting.
Technology is helping fill that void now, picking up some of the slack in parts of the day-to-day operations that used to be done by staff members. This as businesses are scrambling to hire more and more workers.
If we had exactly what we wanted, would maybe be in the ballpark of 12,000, and we're kind of hovering around 10,000. So we're, that's a pretty significant dent.
So the workforce at Michigan-based Jets Pizza down 2,000 employees. That's about 20%. About 65% of restaurant operators now saying they do not have enough staff to support customer demand. And in response, more casual dining spots are using automated voice bots to take orders, easing pressure on already stretched staff members. Several big-name chains like Applebee's, McDonald's, and Marco's Pizza are testing AI for call-in orders and reservations. Jet's Pizza offering customers a 15% discount if they place their order through that automated system.
When I take my daughters over to the local pizza store, they're not focused on, hey, they're not dreaming, hey, can I go take the call from the angry person at 6 o'clock on a Friday night who's got to order for kids. They focus on, I want to make a pizza because it's just that's just the fun part of the job.
Now, on the other side, some industry analysts skeptical, though. Customers typically want to hear that friendly voice on the other end of the phone call. And questions remain how that voice-activated technology can adjust if, say, a customer has a special need, like an allergy. In Washington, Ryan Smith for the National Desk.
Good morning, everybody. Your time right now is 6:23, and it's time to meet our dogs of the day. Today we have Bella and Maggie. I love that we have a small dog and a big dog. Very, very cute here. Now, Bella and Maggie were sent in to us from Ty and Heather. They live in Clayton together. Now, we are expecting by the end of the day today to sit in the mid-80s, seeing some of that sunshine mixed in with times. It will be a little bit more of an overcast, potentially light rainy kind of morning out there, as a few of us are seeing some showers. Otherwise, we dry out by the end of the day today. And then we heat up through the weekend. We're back in the mid to upper 80s Sunday into Monday. Storm chances Monday through Tuesday into Wednesday. And then by the end of next week, that's when we do end up actually feeling a little bit more fall-like. Those upper 70s for September 1st will definitely feel a lot cooler too. Looking at your allergy count right now, mold is at the high level, weed at the moderate level. Right now, the air quality is considered good, but by the end of the day, we're reduced to moderate. So it is a good idea to make sure that if you're sensitive to air pollution, maybe you limit your time outdoors today.
Well, starting a budget can be as easy as opening up a notebook or even Word document, but you may need a little help with structure.
Dayton 24/7 Now's Alex King brings down a few options for you.
There are several apps that will help with your structure. First off is you need a budget, also known as YNAB. It follows the envelope system. You can manually import transactions or link your app with your accounts. You can do the free trial, but it will eventually cost you. Next up is Every Dollar with Ramsey Solutions. It also follows the envelope system. A free account lets you create as many budgets as you want, but you'll have to manually input transactions, or you can sign up for the premium account, which lets you do much more. Last but not least is Mint. This is the most popular app of the three. It's free and links to your accounts. It lets you see spending trends, and it also creates saving goals. But remember, the best budgeting app is the one you actually use.
Our time right now is 6:26. Still to come.
This morning, while monkeypox cases are spreading slowly, we're still seeing a rise. Coming up next, I'm going to explain how it's being spread and what local health experts are saying about it.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
Beat the Stigma, sponsored by the Ohio Opioid Education Alliance.
Tristan Ball is working to reduce the stigmas that surround mental health issues and substance abuse issues. Her work specifically focuses on the youth in our society and helping them get the help they need. She told us that stigma is often why kids don't get that help.
They may feel ashamed that they're feeling depressed or feeling anxious, or maybe have an issue with substance use or alcohol, and so often people feel like they want to hide it because it'll bring shame to themselves and the people that they love.
Plus, youth can be at risk if adults in their lives don't take their concerns seriously.
Sometimes adults will dismiss it as, oh, they're just a teenager, oh, they're just a kid. They don't really understand.
But Tristan Ball and her team at the Montgomery County Adamus Board do have resources to help youth.
Mental health screening in almost every public school district in Montgomery County for students that may have mental health concerns or symptoms. We also have programming in a lot of schools just around decision-making, coping skills.
And a specific resource they recommend is an app called Positively.
Positively is an app that has been developed for local students that may be going through any kind of, issues, or really just looking for support or looking to support others, and really build on the support. And it's really a community of youth that are there to build one another up.
Challenge what you know about mental health and addiction by visiting beatthestigma.org.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
Here's three quick stories you're seeing on social right now. Another U.S. lawmaker meeting with Taiwan's president. This is a second visit by members of Congress since House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's trip earlier this month sharply raised tensions with China.
And Panasonic right now in talks with Tesla this morning for an EV plant in the U.S. The plant is expected to cost $4 billion to build.
Right now, at least 12 people are hurt this morning after a roller coaster malfunction at a Six Flags theme park. It happened in New Jersey.
And this morning you are taking a live look right now. This is 75 northbound at Carillon Boulevard. You can see crews were able to get that semi upright. It had been tipped over for the past hour or so this morning.
Headache for drivers. So let's check in with meteorologist Adriana Michaels. She's got a look at our traffic maps to see
Yeah, right now we're getting a live look from kind of a different perspective here. This is a little bit more of that backup. So we are seeing the left 2 lanes are closed northbound, and then also the lane southbound is also closed as well. So right now, if we get a live look at those ODOT cameras, we will see that there is a little more of a delay in spots, especially traveling back towards what will be Dixie Highway and into Dryden Road too. So we're definitely tracking about a 10 to 15 minute, now maybe even up to 20-minute delay because of this incident. That is again northbound on I-75. If we take a quick look at those drive time maps for you as well, we are expecting things to still be very slow moving for a lot of us as we're heading out the door today. So this is something that maybe you consider a reroute. I would maybe recommend getting off at 725 and then utilizing just side streets to get to there. Otherwise too, let's take a quick look at some of our radar images as we are also tracking a little bit of light rain. So kind of turning gears over to weather too, it is a bit of an active morning in spots, mainly towards the Columbus area where we've seen some of those storms really firing off a bit more. There is some light rain just south of Xenia. Right now you can kind of see that too, maybe a few more isolated showers behind the system. So we are expecting not a very active day, but not a super dry day either. Temperature wise, it is incredibly sticky, very humid out there too. Here's a live look at the skyline, and these are some of those clouds towards Columbus that you can actually see a little bit of a clearing behind it, but eventually more rain is possible later on today. We're right now in the upper 60s with dew points in the lower 60s as well. Most of us are waking up pretty warm and humid, so definitely something we're keeping an eye on through the rest of the morning and into this afternoon.
Now to this morning's top story. Right now, Ohio launching a new way to track monkeypox cases throughout the state.
Alex King joins us live in studio with the new tool just released by the Ohio Department of Health. Alex.
Frequently asked question is how monkeypox is transmitted. Well, according to the Ohio Department of Health, monkeypox does not spread easily between people, but it can spread from person to person through close contact. Avoid direct contact with the rash, sores, scabs, or body fluids from a person with monkeypox. Avoid prolonged close face-to-face contact with someone who has monkeypox. Do not touch personal items used by a person with monkeypox, for example, clothing, bedding, or towels. Monkeypox can spread during sex as well as kissing and close contact. We know at this point that it has been transmitted from men having sex with other men. The monkeypox virus is not as easily spread or deadly as COVID-19, but there is a vaccine, but a limited supply.
Presently, vaccinations are being used for the close contacts of individuals who have monkeypox. So there's not a broad-scale vaccination program at this time.
There are currently 3 cases here in Montgomery County. You can click and see any county here in Ohio. Again, here in Montgomery County, 3 cases. We'll continue to follow this. We'll update you on cases or any information related about this disease on air and online at Dayton247now.com.
Right now, at least 2 people are dead and multiple others hurt after a reported mass shooting at a Kentucky homeless shelter for men. Now, this happened in Henderson City. Here's a post from the Henderson Police Department, though. They identified the suspect as Kenneth Gibbs shortly before 10 o'clock. Henderson police say on social media that Gibbs had been found and taken into custody. Now, don't forget, we will continue to follow this developing story for you and bring you the very latest as soon as it happens. So be sure to follow us on Twitter for breaking and continuing coverage.
Troy police releasing this video to Facebook as they right now search for a shooter. Now, police say a witness recorded video of the shooting, and officers posted this 10-second clip to social media. They were called to Troy Community Park on a shots fired call. Minutes later, they learned of a man who was dropped off at Kettering Health Troy Hospital after being shot in the chest. He was later taken to Kettering Medical Center. He's at this moment expected to survive the shooting. Police say these cars were seen at the area at the time of the shooting. A black Dodge Charger with LED headlights, a gray Chrysler 200, a black Chrysler 300 with black rims, and a silver Toyota Tacoma. Police want you to give them a call at that number right there on your screen if you have any information related to the shooting.
And we are learning this morning a man accused of trying to stab an officer was also attempting to kidnap a child. Now you're taking a look at that incredible video of the attempt to stab that officer with a pen. You can see Reed Duran slowly pick up that pen. There he is right there. Then He lunged at the officer during an interview. That officer then takes Duren to the ground. Duren now also faces attempted kidnapping charges. Investigators say he posed as a parent during an open house at St. Bridget's School, and police say he admitted to being there to kidnap a child.
Our time right now is 6:37. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And of course, your weather is on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
National Dog Day, and we recognize a special furry friend just ahead. Dayton 24/7 Now's Adam Arrow highlights a hometown hero.
But first, here's Genevieve Gorder with America's Steals and Feels.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
You guys, we have all seen a lot of weather events happening across the country, and that means more power outages. So we all need to be more prepared. We never think we'll find ourselves in a life-threatening situation until we do. When you lose power, what's the first thing you look for? A flashlight. Second thing you look for is a charger for your phone. This is JumpSmart. And first of all, the flashlight is super powerful and lasts for hours. And the devices, I bet you have at least 3 or more people in your house that would need a charge and a flashlight in an emergency. And look, you can charge your phone right here. JumpSmart, it can safely jump your car in case your car battery dies. The 3-step instructions are right on the bag. Anyone can use it and not get shocked. This is your power bank for everything. Every family member should have one of these by their bedside. And there's nothing more important in an emergency than being connected, being able to call for help. This is something you don't know you need until it's too late. Do you have kids at college, an elderly parent? Do you want everyone in your house to be safe? Yes. This 10-in-1 tool gives you peace of mind for yourself and everyone you love. You can't put a price on safety, but we are always thinking about you. So the deal today on JumpSmart is 29% off. When it comes to keeping your family safe, we've got your back. Head over to asadeals.com.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
Check out this amazing drone footage taken in the Three Sisters Wilderness area in Rainbow, Oregon. And despite it being August, if you look closely, you can see snow near the mountain peaks. From the mountains to the ocean, this bloom of jellyfish was spotted at the Navarre Beach Pier in Florida. It's a reminder that as you take those last few trips to the beach this summer, keep an eye out as you head in the water.
For more content like this, follow the National Weather Desk on Instagram.
We're live from the Watson's Weather Patio this morning, waking up to a little bit of a breeze out here, but it's very humid and we did see some rain early on. So right now, as you can probably tell from when you're waking up, a few of us, at least south of I-70, probably saw some light shower activity. Right now, taking a look at Doppler radar, though, we're really not seeing that as a current issue, but something that might continue to develop throughout the rest of the morning, as we could see a few more isolated showers as well. Right now, we're in the mid to upper 60s. A few of us are in the lower 60s too, but it's a lot more humid out here than the last few mornings have been, at least. So just know that as we do head out the door a little later on today, we are anticipating most of us to sit in the lower 80s. So it won't be as warm as it was yesterday. For the most part, we're expecting to just see some clear skies this afternoon. It will feel a little less humid because the system that's moving through right now, firing off a little bit of light rain and storms, is actually a weaker cold front. And by the end of the day today, most of us are going to end up drying out. I think after late afternoon into the evening hours will be when we see the end of those showers moving through. So coming up in just a few minutes, I'll let you know what the weekend forecast looks like because it's getting hot and humid.
Well, sometimes love just sort of hops up to you when you least expect it. Here's a cottontail of love, in fact.
She is a very sweet rabbit. She is black and white, and she's got like these little lop ears.
Equipped with floppy ears.
She loves the cheek rubs. She's just the cutest little rabbit.
And of course, the cottontail.
She hops around, likes to zoo me.
Little Luna snuggled her way into Kristen Cavallaro's heart and home.
She just spoke to me. She said, looks really cute. And I got her, and she wanted to hop up to me and pet her. And I fell in love with her personality. And I just took her home.
Instead of searching for a purebred rabbit, Cavallaro decided she wanted to rescue one. So she turned to the Humane Society of Greater Dayton.
I love the aspect of the fact that she came from a home that wasn't the best. Or maybe a home that someone's unable to take care of her, given us their situation. And I was able to rescue her.
Munching away on her favorite treat.
She likes these little cookie treats. They have no dairy in them, so they're friendly for rabbits. And I just throw them into her area, and she just runs right up to them and treats them like candy. They're her favorite thing.
Cavallaro knows Luna is healthy and happy.
I do pick on the fact that she knows she's loved and cared for, and that's what's important to me. And I like that I was able to give her a good home.
Elise Coulter, Dayton 24/7 Now News.
That's a very dramatic open.
It's a Marvel movie.
It's a great thing, though. All right, well, when tragedy strikes, finding comfort can be difficult, but a local animal is doing its part to help.
Dayton 24/7 Now's Adam Arrow introduces us to this morning's hometown hero.
So a hometown hero can come in many forms. This is a prime example. Marsha Doncaster sent us this picture of Thor. So he's a rescue dog and a certified therapy dog. Now, Marsha says Thor has visited different places helping others, like the Dayton Veterans Hospital, elementary and high schools, nursing homes, and churches. They also participate in the annual Warrior Weekend to Remember. That's a weekend geared for Purple Heart recipients and Gold Star families from all branches of service from around the country. So from all of us here, thank you, Marsha, for nominating Thor here. We definitely think he is deserving of being a hometown hero.
Now, if you have someone you think is a hometown hero, please share their story with us. To nominate a hero, you can open up our Dayton 24/7 Now app, click on Explore, then chime in.
All we need is a picture of your video, a picture or video of your hero, and a description.
Picture of your video.
Yeah.
That works too.
Don't do that.
Not really.
Do a picture or video of your hero and a description of why they're a hometown hero. The segments will air Wednesday and Friday mornings right here. And Adriana, you have a special word to say right now?
No, she does not. So
I can't. Oh, Elise hates the corn song on TikTok, and it's corn. Nathan has been singing it all morning, and now it's stuck in my head, and it's making her so mad, which I think makes it all the more sweeter. Now, this morning, a lot of us are waking up to some drier conditions, but a few of those isolated showers just south of Xenia are moving through. This cloud that we're seeing on our sky cam is actually some of the thunderstorms over off into Columbus. So right now, we're really not seeing active weather, but we are in the mid to upper 60s with dew points in the lower 60s as well. Most of you across the Miami Valley are sitting way more humid and a little warmer than yesterday, so you probably don't need a light jacket, but I would pack an umbrella just in case you do get caught in one of those kind of pop-up rain showers this morning into this afternoon. By the end of the day today, the mid-80s are back, and we'll see some sunshine through the start of the day tomorrow. We are anticipating a very average day on Saturday, which starts off in the lower 60s, finishes the day off in the mid-80s, and then by Sunday, that's when that heat and humidity does officially return, and we do end up feeling near 90-degree temperatures Sunday into Monday, cooling off a bit more Monday through about Wednesday as our next round of some rain and storms move their way into the Miami Valley. Right now, we're getting a live look at an issue that's been ongoing for a really long time at this point. This is 75 northbound at the Carillon Boulevard construction zone. We can see here that there is a semi-truck that was actually tipped on it, like kind of on its side a little bit, tipped at an angle, but it has been kind of put back on the ground. But it does look like crews are actively still working to get this hopefully reopened and moving again here soon. Let's take a look at some of our ODOT cameras real quick for you so that you do get a better look at where this is exactly taking place. We do have a pretty decent backup forming because of this incident down to Dryden Road right now, and I would expect about a 15-minute delay if you do choose the highway. Otherwise, reroutes using side streets. You can take 725 to get around this and then just get back onto 741 or something of the sort. So just know that it might be best to just opt out of using the highway today.
Here's the man's best friend. Friday, today, is National Dog Day. The day was created to recognize how many dogs need to be rescued each year. It honors family pets and dogs that have put their lives on the line each day, such as law enforcement canine partners, dogs that help find and rescue victims of accidents or tragedies, and working companions for the disabled. You can celebrate by adopting or begin fostering a pup, volunteering at a shelter or donating a shelter or rescue organization. Lots of online pet retailers are offering deep discounts on this National Dog Day.
And we love showing off your pets and our pets as well, of course. This is from Stephanie Engel. This is little Harley. This is from Tim Ryan. This is Alfalfa. Look at the smile. He's a rescue and 11 years old. And he says that's his boy. And this is also another picture of Alfalfa as well from Tim Ryan. Let's see if I can get another one in there. Oh, look at Bobby Holland. This is Romeo and Juliet. Look at them just cuddling together. How sweet is that? Now, we want to see your dogs. Grab your phone, scan that QR code. It'll take you right to our Chime In page. You can upload your photos or videos directly to us, and you might even see it right here on Dayton 24/7 Now.
Our time right now is 6:51. Coming up on Dayton 24/7 Now News at 7 on Fox 45. NASA and Boeing pressing pause on the Starliner astronaut mission, why they pushed back the flight and when they hope to get off the ground.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now News.
Good Morning America is up next.
But first, here's a look at today's top local stories. We are waiting to learn when the funeral will be for the president and CEO of Marion's Piazza, Roger Glass. Now, Glass was a well-known businessman and philanthropist through the Dayton area. He passed away at 79 years old earlier this week.
And a live look at the White House at this hour. The White House just announcing that President Biden will be at the groundbreaking of a new semiconductor facility in Ohio. Intel's breaking ground September 9th near Columbus.
Right now, 2 people await extradition back to Ohio after being arrested in Florida. We're told Dean Baker and Ashley Fletcher were arrested at a truck stop. Investigators say the 2 were named persons of interest after the body of Corey Fleming was found in a shallow grave at a commercial farm.
All right, and this is a live look at I-75 near Carillon Park. We've been dealing with a major headache all morning long as traffic's backed up for miles as workers continue to try to move this semi out of the way. We have continuing traffic updates for you all morning long.
And taking kind of a different angle perspective here, this is 75 north at Dryden Road, which is where we're seeing the backups all the way to right now. I keep checking out Dixie Highway, which does also look like it is starting to see delays. So we're talking a 20-minute delay northbound on 75 right now. So if you can avoid using 75 beyond about 725, honestly, I might not even try to risk going to Dixie Highway, use side streets to get to where your destination might be this morning. Highly recommend that. Now, we do have a little bit of light rain around this morning and a few showers even through this afternoon, but otherwise we're back this weekend sitting in the upper 80s, seeing some very hot conditions Sunday into Monday. Now, storm chances do pick back up Monday through Wednesday, and then September 1st, it is officially meteorological fall. It will actually feel like fall too, with highs only in the upper 70s through the weekend.
You know what? I'll take it. Usually I'm not on, the fall. I always have my debate every time, like which one is the actual beginning of fall.
Yeah.
But
there is really no debate. You just like to debate it.
I like to debate
you like
it.
to make it a problem. You like to make it an issue, but it's really not an issue.
So fall starts before Labor Day happens?
Well, fall technically for meteorological
doesn't start until September
20-something.
So what about meteorological fall?
Because it's statistically easier to count from the first of the
All
month
right.
versus the
Anywho,
middle
see you
of
on
the month.
Fox.
Nathan.